I don't need food in this season. Like in this season, I don't need food. I literally just drank. So I I drank like around 12. I drank some chocolate milk, lactose free. Okay, chocolate milk. I use the Better Essentials breakfast essentials. It has a very high iron count in it, and that's my focus in life right now is high iron. And that's why I have two iron pill bottles in my bag right now because one's going to stay in my bag always, and then the other one is going to stay in my locker. And then I have one at home, so I will never have any excuse to not take my iron. And then where are we at? So also last night, oh my gosh, I was cooking, y'all. I was trying to I'm trying to do this like little meal plan thing. So I bought some glass, um, 3-section containers. I got a pack of 5 for like $30. I think that's good because it's glass. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be cooking. And then after cooking like one thing, I was tired. So from Whole Foods, I get these bean trio. It's canned beans, and it has 3 different kinds of beans in it. And then I also get this whole grain lentil. I don't know what it's called. It's a lentil, like let's just say medley. That's probably what it's called. But just in case that's not what it's called, I'm calling it a medley anyway. But it's like, I'm just gonna say like 7 different things. So there's like quinoa and I think 2 different kinds of lentils and like brown rice and I think another kind of rice, like that black, not black, but like that dark brown rice. I think it's a bunch of stuff. It's literally a bunch of stuff. I didn't bring it with me, or else I would have shown you. But I don't know. I'm trying to be very strict and strategic about my whole life, leading with my fasting plan. So I have strict times a day where I drink liquids and strict times a day where I eat food and strict times and drink liquids, of course. And then strict times a day where nothing touches my mouth. Well, I'll say nothing touches my tongue because I mean, obviously, if I put chapstick on, something's touching my mouth. I want to be very specific because people are weird and I don't want weird stuff in my comments, right? So, no consuming. Don't consume anything. So, by the time my window of eating food for today is a different fast than the fast I was on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today and yesterday are a little slightly different, slightly easier. And then I'm going into trying my actual fast, which is kind of both of them together, but with a lot of different, like really strategic stuff. But anyways, strategic scheduling, I'll say. But anyway, anywho. So but that reminds me of my Uncle Bill, R.I.P. But so woo. So let me stop, reminisce. Let me get my moment. Pour one out for the homie. Okay. So while I'm at work today, I will be working through the allotted time that I've given myself to eat food during my covenant fast with the Lord. So there was no point in packing a lunch because I'm not going to be able to eat it. So that was out. So I would have brought it and showed it to you. But if you're like my kids, you would have looked at it and you'd have been like, ew. But so it's the beans, it's all the rice and grain stuff. I like flavor. So what I did was I cooked it very slowly. I my eyes on my stove are electric. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of the electric stove, but I've been working with it. Okay, so I put it on 2. It goes up to 8. It goes up to like 8, and then it's high. So it goes up to 9. But I put it on 2 with the bean trio and the whole grain medley, and I went ham on the seasoning. I chopped up a bunch of little potatoes. They were the regular russet potatoes, but I had so many tiny ones, so I just put all the tiny ones out of the bag, and then I peeled them, chopped them up, I put them in a pot by themselves, and I boiled them, and after I started cooking, I got my Whole Foods order. So I got my Whole Foods order, and I had garlic. So I chopped up garlic. I put garlic in like every pan and pot that I was working with at the time. But I put a lot of garlic in the potatoes. I probably put the same amount of garlic in the beans and rice, but I chopped it up really, really small. I didn't put any seasoning inside of the potatoes. Did I? No, just the potatoes and the garlic. And then in the beans, I put Creole seasoning. And when I season my food, like I like it to be really seasoned, but I also like to be really smart because I don't want to eat it and die. Like, so knowing that I was gonna put the potatoes in, and that the potatoes really suck, like potatoes will suck everything out of your dish. Like whatever you put potatoes in, the potatoes are sucking like literally. And I'm the type of person who I can eat a vegetable or fruit with nothing. Like I don't need no Tijuana. I don't need you know what it's called. I don't need no just butter, salt, and pepper, and I'm good. I'm most stuff. So but with the potatoes, oh, and I put that was what really kicked it off. I put one little cube of chicken bouillon in the potatoes. I'm getting to my point. So I cooked it. I put so much seasoning. I put the Creole like crazy. I realized I put too much pepper, but once I added the potatoes, it was perfect. But when I tasted it without the potatoes, I was like, oh, we eat spicy food now. So I didn't use any garlic salt because I actually had garlic this time. The garlic salt is like emergency, but I pulled it out, but I didn't use it. Salt, pepper, I put turmeric, and I put cumin, ground cumin. And so when I tasted it, I was like, ah, but it was still like, I couldn't stop tasting it once I tasted it. But it was still spicy, like super spicy. So when I finally added the potatoes, I just put the potatoes, and then when I mixed it with the beans and rice, I was like, okay, well now it's gonna be dry. So I poured some of that potato water, that garlic potato water, into the beans and rice, which was fantastic and such a wonderful idea. And then I saved the rest of that broth, like a chicken potato garlic chicken and potato broth. It was wonderful. And then so today, because I knew I was gonna be working later and it was my allotted time to drink, I had the chocolate milk, and then I did separate the beans and the beans and rice, the final product of it. I did separate that into some of the into the pre prep into the glass containers, food prep containers, and meal prep containers. Good Lord. Okay, so I did that. The only reason why I'm doing all this, messing up my words, is because me and my cousin were just laughing about her dad and my mom and how they be messing their words up so much. It's like so hilarious. But yeah. So I'm just getting a little bit of karma for that. But so the meal prep glass containers, I did separate those, and then my daughter has some broccoli left over from El Pollo Loco the other day, so I put broccoli in one, and then I gotta figure out what's gonna go in the third piece. But I'm pretty much not taking these to work. I'm just having it prepped for when I'm at home between the allotted time to eat. So I just have food and I don't have to go out of my way. So that's gonna be fun to eat because I ate it last night and it was so fire. I ate it with, I have these Tostitos lime Tostitos. It was fire, so it was kind of like a Chipotle thing, but like, yeah, it was like a Chipotle thing. Um, so yeah, that was cool. But when I drank the potato broth today, ooh, that was good. Like, that makes me want to boil potatoes all the time, just to have some boiled potatoes laying around, like just to have boiled potatoes just hanging out. Why you got boiled potatoes? Because I like to drink the juice. So that was fire. It makes me want to go home and chop up some potatoes and some garlic and do that again. Because I have one little bouillon cube left. So why not? Um, but if I don't put the potatoes inside of something, then I would obviously have to season them. But the broth was good enough. It was very good. It was very good. I'm glad that I drank it for lunch today. It's like I have my chocolate milk for breakfast, my potato broth for lunch, and then I'm gonna be at work snacking on these sweet pickles that I actually want to eat right now. But oh, I can smell them through the bag, and oh oh. I just thought about um my oldest. He hates pickles, but that's why I did that. But oh my gosh, I smell them through the bag, and it makes me so mad that I brought them. Like, why didn't I just leave them at home? Why did I just leave them at home? But yeah, but I'm gonna eat them between massages today, and I have apples and oranges inside of my locker. And I stocked up the other day. I stocked up in the refrigerator at work some Arizona teas and juices. So I'm excited to go and drink one of those right now. I brought my Starbucks straw cup to put to pour some Arizona in so I can feel fancy. If you can feel fancy, why not feel fancy? Um, what else do I have to talk about? Let me look. Or not look. I don't care. The light's green. So yeah. Oh, so last night before I went to bed, I took some bins out of my prayer closet because when I first moved there, I was like, this is gonna be my prayer closet. Before then, for like the last 8 months, I've had bins in my prayer closet. So last night I took the bins out. I cleaned up the floor so I wouldn't be repulsed because there was a lot of toys and dirty clothes and just old Play-Doh crumbs on the floor. in my walkway, and since I was stacking bins up around my bed and like the walls, I thought that were in my closet, I thought, let me clean this up so I don't feel as anxious walking through. Now, since earlier today, I started emptying out those bins and trying to separate and put like specific stuff in each bin, like to condense it and organize it. Now I have a bunch of stuff on the floor again. And it's like old mail, old bills, which is kind of good because it's good to have proof of address from like the last 10 years, proving that the kids have lived with me the whole time and they've had insurance and they've been in school and I've been a perfectly responsible adult, just in case. So yeah, so I was cleaning out my prayer closet and I found a whole bunch of stuff that's wow. But I folded up a blanket that we're not using and I took some of the little decorative pillows that my daughter has that they don't need, and I put them, like, I folded the blanket in half and I put the pillows between the blankets so I can have like a nice cushy little area in my closet. And I'm gonna do some decorating, which is just really putting scriptures and declarations and affirmations and stuff on the walls. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. But now I have to get the mess off of my floor. But I did empty one box and I'm excited about that. Once I have gone through the 4 bins that were in my closet, I will go to probably another closet and just work my way through the closets. And as I'm washing clothes, work my way through like creating donation bags and things like that. It's actually later. I actually got here 10 minutes later than I thought I was going to. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. I hope you have a restful weekend or have a restful day, whatever day it is that you see this. Okay? Godspeed.